Good morning, second graders. Today we're on page 91 of your student journal, page 91. And our objective today is I will subtract 3-digit, I ran out of room, boys and girls, I'm so sorry. Should say 3-digit numbers with or without regrouping by using the place value strategy. Okay, so let's look at that again. So today I will subtract 3-digit numbers. So we did that in our last lesson. Okay, remember 3-digit numbers are any number 100 to 999. Those are called 3-digit numbers. So we're going to subtract 3-digit numbers with or without regrouping by using the place value strategy. So we have done the place value strategy, ladies and gentlemen, with 2-digit numbers. Okay, so here is a reminder of what the place value strategy looks like. Okay, so for the place value strategy, I write my minuend in expanded form. So instead of 216, I write 210 and 6. And then I write my subtrahend. 54 is 5 tens, which is 50, and 4 ones, which is 4. And then I subtract. Okay, what we're going to also add to today that we didn't do in our last lesson is we are going to practice this working form. So we're going to practice this working form. Okay, so our steps today say we're going to use the place value strategy to solve the problem. And then we're going to rewrite the problem in working form. Okay, so I'm going to get started right away on my problem. If you can sit and make sure you're really focused. Okay, so here's my first problem. My first problem says 576 subtract 182. Okay, so I'm going to add my place values on top. Ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. Okay. So my minuend is 576, which it means it's 5 hundreds, so that's 500. 7 tens is 70, and 6 ones is 6. So that's what we do in the place value strategy. We write it in what we call expanded form. And I'm going to subtract 182, which is 100, 8 tens, which is 80, and 2 ones, which is 2. Okay. Now when we subtract, we always start in our ones column. So I'm going to get started. I have 6 ones, subtract 2 ones is 4 ones. 70 or 7 tens, subtract 8 tens is not possible. I can't subtract something more than I have. So I'm going to borrow 100. If I borrow 100, I have 4 hundreds left. So I can only take away a whole 100 because I need to take one of the hundreds away, so I have 4 hundreds left. And when I take that 100 away, instead of 70, I have 170. So now I can subtract. I have 170 subtract 80. And I can do it because you can only take away something smaller than what you have. So I could count up for this. I could maybe say if I had 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170. So I'm counting 9 tens or 90. And if I had 400 and I take away one of the hundreds, I would have 300s left. So my difference is 300 plus 90 plus 4, or 394. Okay, now in working form, I want you to really pay attention to this because we haven't seen a 3-digit working form yet. So if I had 576 subtract my subtrahend of 184, and my ones are in this column, my tens are there, and my hundreds, and I always like to leave space here. Okay, so I had 6 ones, and I took away 2 ones, and I was left with, I wrote it wrong, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. That was supposed to be 182. 6 ones, take away 2 ones, left me with 4 ones. Okay, then I had 7 tens over here, and I tried taking away 8 tens, but I didn't have enough. So I took one of the hundreds away, and when I took one of the hundreds away, I only had 4 hundreds left. And I turned that 400 into 10 tens, which is 100, but it was 10 tens because I had 7 tens and I added 10 tens, so that gave me 17 tens. So 17 tens take away 8 tens was 9 tens because 90 is 9 tens. And then 4 hundreds take away 100, left me with 300s. So my difference is 394. And then it says, did you need to regroup or break apart a 10 or 100? I needed to break apart 100. Right here I did that. I didn't break apart a 10. I just added the 100 to my tens. Okay, let's look at another one of these. Here's my next problem. And it says 873 subtract 428. Okay, so I'm going to put my place values on top. So if I had 8 hundreds as my minuend, that would be 800. 7 tens is 70, and 3 ones is 3. Okay, my subtrahend is 4 hundreds is 400. 2 tens is 20, and 8 ones is 8. Okay, so I wrote my minuend and my subtrahend, and now I'm ready to subtract. And I always start in the ones column. So I have 3 ones, take away 8 ones. That's not possible. So I need to come to my tens. I have 7 tens, which is 70. And when I take one of the tens away, I'll have 6 tens, which is 60. And I'm going to bring that 10 over here. So instead of 3 ones, I'll have 13 ones. So 13 ones take away 8 ones is 5 ones. 6 tens take away 2 tens, or 60 take away 20 is 40. And 8 hundreds take away 4 hundreds is 4 hundreds, which is 400. So my answer in expanded form looks like this, but in standard form it's 445. So my difference is 445. Okay, and let's look at this in working form. Let's put our minuend with our subtrahend and make sure your ones are lined up, your tens are lined up, and your hundreds. Okay, ready? So I had 3 ones and I tried to take away 8 ones and I didn't have enough. So what did I do? I took away a 10 and left 6 tens, and I added that 10 to my ones, so I had 13 ones. So 13 ones take away 8 ones is 5 ones. 6 tens take away 2 tens is 4 tens. And 8 hundreds take away 4 hundreds is 4 hundreds. Okay, so did you need to regroup or break apart a 10 or 100? Yep. Right here we broke apart a 10. We took a 10 and turned it into ones. So we broke apart a 10. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's do two of these together. We are on page 92 of your student journal. So if you can join me on page 92. And here is our first problem. 672 subtract 131. Okay, so let's put our place values on top. So we have ones, tens, hundreds, ones, tens, hundreds. And I know it's really hard with my markers, I'm sorry. Okay, so our minuend has 6 hundreds, which is 600, 7 tens, which is 70, and 2 ones, which is 2. That's our minuend. It's what we have, or our starting number. And we're going to take away or subtract 131, which is 100, 3 tens, which is 30, and 1 1, which is 1. I'm going to make my 3 clear. Okay, so let's get started, and when we subtract, we're going to start in our ones column. Okay, ready? So 2 take away or subtract 1 is 1. 70 take away 30 is 40, or 7 tens take away 3 tens is 4 tens. 6 hundreds take away 100 is 5 hundreds. So our answer is, this is expanded form, but when we put it together, it's 541. So our difference is 541. Okay, let's make it in working form. Ready? 672 is our minuend. Our subtrahend needs to be right under it. So our ones, tens, and hundreds are nicely lined up. Okay, 2 ones take away 1 1 is 1 1. 7 tens take away 3 tens is 4 tens. 6 hundreds take away 100 is 5 hundreds. So our difference is 541. And our question says, did you need to regroup or break apart a 10 or 100? No, we didn't have to regroup anything. We had enough each time to subtract. Okay, let's look at our next problem together. It says 923 subtract 782. Okay, ready? Let's put our place values, even though they're really squished. Okay, so our minuend is 923. So 9 hundreds is 900. 2 tens is 20. And 3 ones is 3. Okay, our subtrahend is 7 hundreds is 700. 8 tens is 80. And 2 ones is 2. Okay, and now we're ready to subtract with our ones. So if I have 3 ones and I subtract 2 ones, I have 1 1. If I have 20 or 2 tens and I subtract 8 tens, I can't do that. I can't have 2 tens and take away 8 tens. So I'm going to regroup. I'm going to take one of the hundreds away. So if I take one of the hundreds away, I'm left with 8 hundreds, which is 800. And if I bring that 100 over here, I have 120, or I have 12 tens, okay? So 12 tens take away 8 tens is 4 tens, or 120 take away 80 is 40. 800 take away 700 is 100. So my difference is 141. Okay, in working form, let's put our minuend with our subtrahend right under it. Make sure your columns are nicely lined up. Okay, 3 ones take away 2 ones is 1 1. 2 tens take away 8 tens is not possible. So I'm going to take one of the hundreds away, and if I take one away, I only have 8 hundreds left. And I'm going to make that 100 10 tens. So instead of 2 tens, I'm going to have 12 tens. That's where this 12 was right here. So 12 tens take away 8 tens is 4 tens. And 8 hundreds take away 7 hundreds is 100. So my difference is 141. Okay, did you need to regroup or break apart a 10 or 100? Yes, we took this 100 away and added it to the tens. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to keep practicing this. Have a wonderful day. Bye.